Mr. Prime Minister, nice to see you, sir.
Good to see you, Greta.
I know it's been a while. Last time I was in your office in Tel Aviv.
Right. I remember that.
And so welcome to the United States.
Well, thank you. It's a new beginning.
Indeed it is. Speaking of which, a new administration. What's your thoughts on this new administration, new president, new Congress?
Well, it's not a new president. It's the greatest comeback in political history. I remember President Trump. We had a great first term. He did great things for Israel. He recognized Jerusalem as our capital, moved the American embassy there, recognized our sovereignty in the Golan Heights, withdrew from the horrible Iran deal, and brokered the Abraham Accords, peace between Israel and 4 Arab states, something that hadn't been done in a quarter of a century. So I'd say, I know President Trump, and now he just hit the ground running. I mean, he restored immediately weapons that were withheld from us. That's in the first 2 days. And then he did this stuff against anti-Semitism. He just did yesterday. He did the ICC, the sanctions against the Kangaroo Court in The Hague, the international court that is against Israel and against America. Boom, just flies one after the other. So it's a new president, but with very strong leadership that has been proven, and I think that's very good for the strengthening beyond belief the Israeli-American alliance and America's position in the world, frankly.
You mentioned the deal with Iran over nuclear weapons. How far is Iran from having a nuclear weapon, and what's going to happen?
Well, the actions that successive governments, my governments, have led, stalled them. We stalled them and then President Trump chipped in and really banged them with the economic sanctions and other things. And that set them back, I'd say, about 10 years. They thought they'd be 10 years ago where they are today. So we stalled them, but we didn't stop them. As far as the enriched uranium that you need for the core of a nuclear weapon, they're days away from that. But there are other components, many other components, and they still are not there. But there's no question that they'd like to be there, and therefore, one of the things that President and I agreed upon and see eye to eye, we see eye to eye on many things, was that Iran must not have a nuclear weapon. And I think the fact that we have this, his leadership and our partnership, I think helps ensure that that doesn't happen. Because it's not merely a danger to Israel. They chant, the mobs in Iran, you know what they chant? Death to America, death to Israel. America is the great Satan, Israel is the small Satan. We're the closest Satan to them, we stand in their way. But they're really out to blackmail you and to destroy America's position in the Middle East and beyond. So we're fighting, by fighting the Iran axis, we're actually fighting America's enemies. Our victory will be your victory, and our successes to date, and there have been many, have been basically successes that serve the purpose of America.
You'd say that there's days away from enrichment, or weeks maybe. I've heard different numbers. Weeks is just as terrifying as days. 2 weeks or whatever it is. Yeah, but how soon are they to actually having a bomb they can deliver?
That's a different proposition, but I won't get into that. We have to make sure that they're not there.
But do I have to worry now? Are we talking months, years? Because we citizens, we don't know, and like you say, this is your problem. This is our problem too.
Yes, it is. It's our common problem. You're absolutely right. But Iran had basically 3 things. First of all, they have a toxic ideology. They're rabidly anti-American, and of course anti-Israeli because they see us as being, in many ways, part of the same civilization that they want to bring down, and they're right on that. But beyond their ideology, they have 3 things. They had what is called the Iran axis, all their proxies, the 3 H's, Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis. They had militias, Shiite militias in Iraq and in Syria. They have, so they had that. We smashed that axis in this war. We smashed it a lot.